Coming up on this program, we show you how to get connected. Find out how to choose an internet service provider. Discover the newest form of communication, electronic mail.
Ways down and ready to ride. One by one, billion by billion, they're holding up half the sky. Raise your hand if you're ready and willing, if you know it's time. Time for a girl on time. Time for a girl on time. Time for
Good evening, everybody. I hope everybody's doing well. My lip gloss, you know, that thing that's near lip gloss that you buy from the dollar store because you're poor, and it's not quite lip gloss, it's lip gliss. That's what I have here. Reminder, it's guys' night here. That means there's loudness coming from that away. Thank you. It is a cute little dress, isn't it? Oh my gosh. It's so cute. I love it. This is a work-appropriate dress for some jobs. And I enjoy it because it hides my flabby arms and it makes me feel like an animal. Sort of. Those things are sort of true. I hope everybody's having a nice Friday night. It's only just begun. My brain is only wrapping around it just un petit peu. Just a little bit. So, you'll bear with me as we stumble through our evening together, but I'm so glad that we're spending it together. You know, I was thinking to myself, things that YouTube Daddy wouldn't want me to say. Beverly. Good Beverly. I don't know what else to say about it. Anyways, so I shall not. What I shall do, though, is talk about the court that we're going to watch today. It's not got the best audio. I am not in charge of it. If I was, you can rest assured it would not be like this. If they would like to offer me, a Canadian foreigner, a position, I'll come down and handle the audio of the courtroom. Okay? I'm willing to do that. But as of yet, I've not been asked. So, oh no. It's on my face. That's what she said. That's what she said, Sherry. It's on my face. Hi, Mac. Due to a dual ear infection, you've already been stumbling around today. Why not stumble with us? Oh, that's what she said and she liked it. Oh, I'm so glad you're here. I'm so sorry that you have an ear infection. I hate that for you. I have little bitty baby ears. They're adorable. But prone to infection sometimes. Gotta be careful how loud I yell that. That's not really the type of thing we want to yell. If you guys want to submit things for me to yell and see what it would take to get a reaction, we can do that. But I don't think prone to infection is going to work. Anyways, why don't we get started with some court tonight, and then we'll continue with more court. That's my plan. That's right, we're in remote control court.
Court calls case number 257894DS, Gola v. Spahn. This is the defendant's motion regarding custody. Both parties are present. Would you both please raise your right hands? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you God.
I do.
Thank you. This appears to be an initial determination because this began as a support matter provided through the prosecuting attorney's office. And in the order of support that was entered on February 27th, last month, there was support ordered on an interim basis. The court ordered joint legal custody And on an interim basis, the court ordered physical custody to plaintiff, Mr. Gola, in this matter. And the plaintiff shall have sole physical custody of the minor children until the defendant requests a hearing and a front of the court investigation into custody and custodial time. And the order will stay in effect until such hearing comes before the court and the court makes their determination. So I'm assuming, Ms. Spahn, you are indeed requesting that to get this process moving forward, yes. Correct? Okay. All right, and the court had entered an interim order regarding the status of custody, physical and legal, joint legal as to both parties, physical to father. And were you at the hearing originally back on February 24th?
It was over Zoom, but
Yeah, no. Was I there, Judge? I don't think so. I try and make as many of your hearings as I can because I do enjoy them, but I'm not sure that I was at the last one. I don't remember the back of her head. You'll forgive me. I hate your courtroom optics. Hi, Erica. Hi, everybody who's just coming in. No worries if you're just getting here. Just do me a favor, hit the like button. YouTube Daddy really likes that. And I'm a slave to YouTube Daddy.
yes, I guess, kind of.
Okay, so what is the proper cause or change in circumstance since the last hearing?
At the last hearing, I was in jail, unfortunately.
Why were you in jail?
Oh Lord, what a terrible opener. What a terrible opener, ma'am. Seriously, is that what she literally thought to open with? Is this what she thought to? This is why you need a lawyer. What do I think to open with? I don't know. My story is not, I was just in jail, but I don't think that that is what I would, I just don't. Maybe we should just let her talk. Paisley, shut the fuck up.
Circumstance since the last hearing.
At the last hearing, I was in jail, unfortunately.
Why were you in jail?
It was a long situation.
Is it a pending criminal charge or is it a criminal charge that's concluded? Is it a failure to pay on a ticket?
No, it was a situation with some friends. We all got locked up. We were all just drunk. It was really bad. And we all got locked up. I ended up walking away with a misdemeanor, everyone else with felonies.
What was the misdemeanor?
Assault and battery.
Upon child or?
No, another adult.
Okay, so.
Your Honor, I'm gonna.
Yeah, Your Honor, I'm gonna object. I don't know who the fuck else is objecting, but I am objecting. Ma'am? Ma'am, why? What are you doing? How do you have the wherewithal to fucking file this motion? But not to hire somebody. Oh, Lord. In case you can't tell, I have not watched this. I'm watching it for the first time.
Just kind of stop that right there because I actually represent her in that matter with Scholar County. Yeah, so I would prefer her to not talk about anything like that. So.
Okay, well, I don't know what.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Is that her lawyer? Is this a lawyer appearing out of nowhere like a fucking savior? Is that what just happened? Oh my God, we gotta go back. We have to listen to her incriminate herself and then this lawyer without me screaming.
With a misdemeanor, everyone else with felonies.
What was the misdemeanor?
Assault and battery.
Upon child or?
No, another adult.
Okay, so.
Your Honor, I'm gonna just kind of stop that right there because I actually represent her in that matter with Scholar County. Yeah, so I would prefer her to not talk about anything like that. So.
Okay, well, I don't know what's going on.
I don't. Yeah.
For the record, Ms. Jessica Risky stood up and made comment. Okay. So what's changed since February 24 that you believe that I should review the interim order?
Everything between me, I have, from being in,
Okay, first of all, when people speak in such like generalizations, like everything has changed, it's not very good. Secondly, what are the fucking odds of her lawyer showing up in court? What are the odds of that? I know it sounds crazy, but this is her own filed motion in a custody hearing. It's definitely not her public defender's job. Definitely not.
jail, I have, and, oh my goodness, I'm sorry, I can't speak, I'm nervous.
And I require you to stand too as well.
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry.
I apologize.
I attend AA every Wednesdays just because alcohol was involved. I am sober off of everything. I don't do anything. I work all the time. I have a good job. I live currently with my mom, which doesn't sound good, but I have a great support system. I just think it's better that the kids have both parents in their lives instead of just one. I think it would benefit everyone involved for both parents to be involved in the children's lives.
Okay. Is there any parenting time at this point?
For me, no.
This is a motion regarding custody. Okay. Sir, your response, please.
Do I need to stand for it?
Yes, please.
I would like to keep and retain my full custody. Their living situation is not plausible. There is more than 7 people living in a 3-bedroom house. Their living room has been turned into essentially an Airbnb. There's mattresses for everybody to lay down on. They sleep in recliners and on the couch.
Sir, that is not an Airbnb, okay? If you show up to an Airbnb and they give you a fucking recliner in the living room, you probably want to contact customer support pretty quick. This is Dad, by the way. This is Dad who has current custody. Can you fucking imagine? Can you fucking imagine going to an Airbnb and there being 7 other people there and you share a room? Oh no. No, sir. What you're describing is called a flop house. Okay? A flop house.
Where I reside in Ubley, each individual kid has their own respective bedroom. I have my own respective bedroom. We rent out the entire upstairs of the house. There is no shared into groceries.
So
and
there's
stuff.
an
Like, I have my
Airbnb
own.
above him?
Well, I'm trying to think.
Hi, Hector.
I provide for them all on my own. Like, my roommate doesn't help with me. My dad and my little brother, our third party contact, are the main babysitters for myself right now when I don't, or when I have to go out and do job interviews and stuff for work.
What are your thoughts about mom having parenting time?
If she can do multiple months of the AA, because I know I have text messages proofs that she was drunk while caring for our son.
There are 3 children, correct? 2, sorry. Okay, but you're saying mother is not fit to have any parenting time with the child, even supervised?
Supervised, maybe, but not by herself, no.
If it were supervised, is there a supervisor that could monitor this?
My father,
Amanda, could you do it?
What's your
Hi,
father's
Amanda.
name?
Pat Gola.
Are you able to supervise it?
I have no contact order with her, so I would like to keep it like that.
What's the no contact order based on?
The domestic violence that we were supposed to have yesterday, but Judge Harrington wasn't here for the,
Oh, there's a charge of domestic violence?
yeah,
And who's the alleged victim?
she is.
Who is the person alleged of committing the domestic assault?
I am.
But there's a
You
no
fucking
contact.
can't write this.
Yes,
Do you
that she has
understand?
broke multiple times.
You actually cannot write this. Even if I wanted to be like, hey, Pace, tonight, it's Friday night. Everybody's coming around. Amanda's coming back. Hector's here. Carol's here supervising. Like, we want a banger. We want a banger. I could not have written this. And this is just their court date. This is fucking nuts. Hold on, bro. What did you just say? Oh my god. Like, seriously.
Oh, there's a charge of domestic violence?
Yeah,
And who's the alleged victim?
she is.
Who is the person alleged of committing the domestic assault?
I am.
But there's a no contact provision.
Yes, that she has broke multiple times.
Oh. I'm assuming front of the court has no third-party supervisors.
The only good news I have, folks, is that I have a cheeseburger to eat.
Well, mom's working, she testified. Dad,
That's
are you
all I
working?
got.
Oh,
Are you
I
working?
have classes with Michigan Works to work on getting my CDLA. So that's what I'm.
But you're not working right now.
No.
What does it cost?
They're currently charging $25 an hour plus mileage. I do have a very limited,
I can't have his
remainder of
cheeseburger.
accident indemnification grant funds left for September. I think we have $300 for a couple hours.
Do you have a proposed supervisor?
I do not.
Family member, close friend?
My mom isn't working right now, so she could.
What's her name?
Shanna Seeker,
How do you spell the last name?
Theaker.
My brain is not
You said
working.
Shannon.
Yep, no, Shanna, Shanna.
Oh, Shanna. Okay.
Shanna.
Sorry, it's common, happens a lot.
Are you familiar with Ms. Steeker?
Yes.
Any problems with Ms. Steeker?
Yes.
What are the concerns?
She's very also mentally unstable. I witnessed herself hit herself in the head when she ran out of weed. So she's an addict.
I've never hit myself in the head when I've ran out of weed. Shut up, bro. Oh, wow. This is such a crazy hearing. Chuck, welcome. God, it's getting loud in my living room. Loud in my living room, people.
The domestic violence allegation, when is that going to be resolved? Is it a trial or a plea or a dismissal? Any ideas, sir?
Yesterday, Miss Weisenbaugh said that we were gonna move it for trial.
Ms. Weisenbach?
Yeah.
Ms. Risky, you represent Ms. Spahn on what type of matter?
I represent her in the Tuscola County matter, the assault and battery charge that she had alleged. But for the record, I want to make it very clear, I cannot give her any type of advice in this case at all.
I'm not asking for that. I just want to know who's the alleged victim?
It is not this party.
But if it's not, who is the alleged party? If you know.
I don't know. I mean, I can pull it up for you real quick.
No, but it involves somebody at least,
Correct,
an A and B charge.
correct.
And that's why she was in jail before, back in February when the court had.
Yes, Your Honor, and an offer has already been extended to her for HYTA, so I'm assuming there's not much that's gonna be coming of that. And the individual, there are two separate counts, Jaden Allard and Taylor Jones.
2 counts.
Correct.
All right. First and foremost, thank you. The court is going to make a ruling at this point. The court is going to order a friend of the court investigation regarding custody, parenting time, and support. It's an initial determination. It's initial only because the current matter before the court was on an interim basis. At the time the court entered that, the defendant was in the Tuscola County Jail. Now I hear father is charged with domestic assault against mother. There's a no contact provision involved. This is a motion for custody. Prior orders are going to continue as previously stated. Regarding any parenting time for mother, I will require the parties within 21 days from today to submit names of individuals who could supervise the respective parental or parenting time for mother. Those names would be submitted to the friend of the court. And I need 3 names. If you only have one, I guess you only have one, but no disrespect regarding the parties here. Patrick Gola or Ms. Deeker should not be on the list because I need someone, frankly, that's impartial, that can just monitor the visits so that the children are safe and there's no protection of either party. In other words, if defendant's mother is the supervisor, there's the possibility of trying to protect any alleged problems. Same with Mr. Gold. 3 individuals, if you have 3, submit it to the front of the court within 21 days. If you fail to submit it within 21 days of the court, or we don't get it, then at that time the court will deny the motion and continue the prior orders. That's all I can do. This is a mess. That'll be all. Thank you. I'll be right back.
Jesus Christ. They're so lucky neither of their faces are on the screen, to be honest with you, because for fucking shame. Wow. Okay, banger number 1. Let's hope for banger number 2 here. Let's
Matter of Rachel Herron versus Wesley T. Williams, file number 196591DP. This time of day set for motion hearing. Ms. Herron filed a motion regarding parenting time. She is in the courtroom. She's in pro se. Mr. Williams is present, represented by Attorney Dennis W. Reed. Will both parties please raise their right hand?
Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give in this case is the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes,
Thank you. Ms. Herron, you may proceed.
well, I want to see the,
Well, I want to say this. What the fuck are you wearing? Why are you wearing a hoodie? I can't always say that I'm dressed better than everybody in court, but tonight I got you, girl. What the fuck? What the fuck? Don't wear a hoodie.
ex. I haven't seen him in a year and a half, almost 2, for some issues.
What issues?
They were taking CPS back in 2022. I was seeing him supervised for a while. West stopped the visits. I got him back. 3 weeks later, my son was murdered. I'm taken away again, and I haven't seen him here since.
Is the child still with father?
He's been with father since they were taken the first time. He was taken the first time.
I'm assuming there's a companion case, a petition in another county, correct?
In Tuscola County, the ex was dropped off of it. The other 3 kids are returning home by the end of April. And Access,
But that's not been ordered yet.
yeah, the order is right here. He signed it and dated it.
Who's she?
Um,
I think she said one of her children was unalive.
Judge Thane?
yeah.
Anything else for me to consider?
No.
Judge, I filed a rather fairly lengthy response and a supplemental response. I received a letter yesterday from TAPS, who has been counseling the child for the last 16 months. I'm handing a copy of that to mother now. I just received it yesterday during the noon hour and sent it up to the court for consideration. There is a lot here, and I touched on it in my response. This case goes back to an Oakland County CPS case that was opened in 2023. And the child in question here in this case was removed from mother's care, I believe like maybe at the end of 2022. And then in February of 2023, my client came before the court and the parties worked out an agreement, and he was granted full physical custody of the child with joint legal, no parenting time unless it was approved, so to speak, by the Oakland County Child Protective Services Agency in the court down there. They did, and she was granted 1 hour supervised per week initially up here and then down in Lapeer County for a while. And then in October of 2023, mother apparently wanted to have her boyfriend, whose name is in the court file there, participate in the visitation with this child. Why, I don't know, but my client posed it, and CPS out of Oakland County didn't do anything further, and she never saw the child again. And then I understand sometime after that, the children were returned to mother, but this child remained with father under the course of this court's order. And about 2 weeks later, her boyfriend, who she wanted to have come for visitation with this child, ended up allegedly murdering their very young child. According to what information we have, that child was beaten to death, 17 fractures, and died apparently at home. The child had been left in the care of that gentleman by mother. Again, we're getting this secondhand because my clients can only go so far into that matter himself. But mother,
Was there a plea entered?
no, that's how I get to Judge.
Okay.
During the investigation, we're told, and I haven't verified this yet through the copy of the police report, but we're told that mother told the detective that she didn't trust this gentleman, the man that killed her child. And yet she left this child with this gentleman. So there's things going on here. There was a plea offer made from what I've been able to track down to this gentleman over in Tuscola County. He rejected it. And there's, from what I've supplied to the court, that's a public record, there's a trial scheduled for April 15th on open homicide charge. So feasibly, he's facing maybe the rest of his life in prison if he's convicted of that, unless he is able to work out a plea bargain in the next couple of weeks here. We would like this motion, basically nothing done with it right now until we see what happens here with the reunification, with the outcome of this jury trial, and what mother's involvement really was in that whole situation that ended up in the death of her very young child. We don't know. We have bits and pieces that Child Protective Services has provided to my client, but as not being a party in that case and his child is with him, the information is pretty bare bones. I've told you basically what we believe to be the truth here on this. So I'd ask that the motion be denied at this point. I was able to get a hold of the counselor. It unfortunately took several days to get a response, but you can see.
But it is hearsay.
It is. I realize that, Judge. But I think it's important in this regard. The child has been with this counselor for 16 months, not just a few days or a few weeks. She's been counseling this child for 16 months. And she is against any contact at this time with mother. And so if the court wants to proceed in some fashion with this, in light of all of this stuff, I'd ask that it be referred in front of the court, let that office investigate it properly, and they have access to a lot of the stuff that we don't. And they can get the police report, they can get the CPS reports, and they can find out what's going on here exactly. And then make a recommendation on where we go from this. But this is one I think we need to be very careful with. Mother hasn't seen this child, and from what I understand, hasn't even made any effort to see this child since October of 2023. That alone is enough right there to slow down the process of reunification of mother. This child is not involved in the reunification plan that's supposedly underway over in Tuscola County. I don't know why. Seems like it should be, but it's not. And it appears to me, just looking at it as a bystander here, that agency is doing nothing because this court has the jurisdiction over that child and can do whatever orders it wishes. Child's protected at this point in time. I think everybody will acknowledge that. There's nothing wrong with my client's home. And my client wants to proceed very cautiously with this until we find out more of this information and we see what goes on with the reunification. Because this is not the first time mother has had reunification with her other children and failed. Just in the last 2 or 3 years. And so now we're going to want to throw this child back into this mix, and maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. We're talking about a very young child here who has had some problems here, and I think that's exhibited in the TAPS letter. I know it's hearsay, but I think the court can take some notice of that there's ongoing efforts to deal with the troubling experiences that this child has had in its life. Do we risk then sending the child home for a third time? And here we are again, a mess. So I'd either ask the motion be denied at this point or refer to the front of the court.
Thank you. Anything else?
No.
Yes, go ahead.
I mean, I see where they're coming from, but the criminal case has nothing to do with me. I have tried to see Xander, even in App Close, when they did come home, when the other kids came home, January 29th, I was like, anyway, we can talk about seeing Xander, and the only way he would let me see Xander is I'd give him full custody of everything. Like, I have the paperwork stating that. So I have tried to see Xander, and when the other kids were taking the last time, my hands were tied. Because if he didn't come to if he didn't bring them to the supervisor, then I couldn't do nothing about it. Because they had jurisdiction. And the only reason why he's off the case is because Mrs. Thane, Judge Thane, thought it was because I haven't seen him, just to drop him off the kids because the other kids are coming home and then to come up. She told us all prior orders remain in effect. So all prior orders, I have to come back to this court and get visitation, parenting time. I'm not asking, I mean, even if it's for a couple hours. I mean, I know I haven't seen him in a while and I get that, but you can't use a criminal case and my baby daddy on me.
Thank you. I respect.
Did she say my baby daddy? Oh my god, ma'am.
You can't use a criminal case and my baby daddy on me.
Thank you. I respectfully beg to differ. Now I understand what this is involving. And this is a pending matter in Tuscola County. I believe it's an open murder charge.
Yes.
Regarding the other child. And the child is with mother and this individual at the time. I'm not going to consider the letter because it's hearsay. We would need testimony from the therapist regarding that. However, as it pertains to the motion right now, I find it, because again, the court has to find either proper cause or change in circumstance to review this. And right now, I think it's not right yet for the court to review because there's the pending criminal matter. And I'm hearing allegations that and again, allegations, because nothing's been established, but allegations that Ms. Heron didn't trust this individual but left the child. And as far as the court's concerned, when it comes to behaviors on behalf of one child, that shouldn't be any different for the other child. So I find this motion to be prematurely filed after the criminal proceeding. It might be at that point in time, once all the smoke clears, and it sounds like April is the trial date. Anytime after that, I think would be more appropriate for this motion to be heard. But as of right now, it's not the appropriate time. I respectfully am denying the motion in this case.
Thank you, Judge.
That'll be all. Thank you.
Respectfully denied. April 15th. We've written that one down. I'll have to do a little looking into that to see if I can't get that unaliving trial and follow up. There are many statistics about this, people. Every single person that you expose your children to, especially, and this is just statistics, young men, there is a danger to your children. It's just the way it is. You have to be careful. And that actually goes for anybody. Any person that is unrelated to your children, and even people that are related, you need to be careful. But people that are unrelated to your children, you need to be extremely reluctant to be leaving them with people like that. That's crazy. And guess why? Because he fucking killed them. We're not even talking about like, oh, what ifs. This fucking happened. This judge is not, I mean, she's, oh dear. Okay, all right, okay, next. Sorry, I didn't watch any of these, obviously. I was busy all day. But I did, which one was it? Okay, this one.
Anne Marie Wallenius versus Daniel Wallenius, 237378 DM. This plaintiff's motion regarding communication. She is present. Mr. Wallenius, the defendant, is present as well. Would you both please raise your right hands?
Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give in this case is the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Do. Thank you. This is a motion regarding communication filed by Ms. Wallenius. Again, we don't want to use the child's name, but actually it's Ms. Mitchell, correct? So I apologize for that. Ms. Mitchell, please stand and explain to the court what's going on here, what you're requesting.
Asking to review the case in regards to P. We have an agreement. And, we were supposed to meet for drop off. She had a dance party. I agreed to let her go to it and come later. At that time, I wasn't told anything that dance had started. I was not aware that she had started. I had her for intercession. She was not sent or told to bring any of her dance gear. On Sunday night, she was called and told that she had dance. She was very upset and worried that she wouldn't be able to go because she didn't have her gear. Later to find out she didn't want to go anyways, which helped me out because I driving 3 hours after working 8 hours in a day on Tuesday. That Tuesday after Sunday the 16th, February 16th. It's a lot of driving after working 8 hours and not having much notice to talk to work.
Okay.
So she was called by the defendant and told that she had danced on Tuesday, but was sent for intercession without any of her dance gear or with me having knowledge that she had danced that week even.
Okay, so let's start from the beginning. First, how old is the child?
10.
10. Okay. Now, what is the parenting time schedule?
It's every other weekend, every other intercession, well, not every other weekend, I'm sorry, 3 weekends a month, every other intercession,
And some are week to week. Holidays rotated.
And you have that schedule, otherwise,
I have the
He's-
weekends.
okay. So the time of these dancing lessons or?
Dancing lessons.
Okay,
And she was on intersection at that time. Sorry, no.
okay, so who signed up the child for dance?
The defendant.
Okay. And during that time that the child was supposed to be in dance, is that your time?
At this point in time, it was this week.
Well, I'm talking about regarding this motion.
In general, her dance lesson is on his time,
Okay. So,
but she was there that week for intercession, for break. They have all year schooling in Flint. So she's there for my week during intercession, our week during intercession.
so I guess I don't understand. She didn't have her gear?
She didn't have anything. I wasn't told the dance had even started by the defendant. Nothing was notified to me.
But it was his time though, right?
It was his time, but not for that week. That week I had her for intercession. So I should have been notified that I had engagements that I needed to fulfill.
So in essence, then, I have to interrupt, but is it the fact that you're alleging he didn't communicate regarding when dance was?
He didn't communicate with me.
Right. And you allege it was during your
Can
time.
we just take a second
Sorry, I've seen
to
you raise
just
your hand
think
a couple
about the
times. Go
difference
ahead,
in
Robert.
cases? We're talking about who didn't notify who about dance class. And then the previous case was about a child's sibling who'd been unalived. Fuck. It's terrible. The court just has to rebound, you know, just like we have to rebound. But good night, Hector. Have a good night.
Please be patient. And you're talking, this would have been February 16th?
Yes, sir.
I have to refer to the friend next time. Who was the time of the child on February 16th?
Intercession, I think so. She said they
You
go to
would have
school
to
all year
reference
round.
The school's actual calendar year, Your Honor, because it is a year-round school schedule. So it's not our typical September through late May, early June schedule that our local districts have. I believe their summer break is somewhere around 5 to 6 weeks. but then
Oh, I'm
they have-
familiar with it. My
They
daughter's,
have those additional weeks off, so I would have to look at the calendar for that particular district.
but
Okay.
That was the second weekend, the 14th through 16th was the second weekend of February. Special weekend. I'm not sure if intercession started going into that week.
so it would have been her weekend, but we don't know. Is there something in the order regarding intersection?
Yeah, they alternate.
Okay, so, but you don't know whose intersection week that was,
I don't know.
but that would trump the weekend.
So yes, when this order was set up, Your Honor, it actually, when it started, it fell out perfectly that when they were rotating the intercessions, that the weekends that Miss Mitchell had kind of would go into her intercession. And I believe just from hearing testimony this morning, that's what happened for February.
So it's probably, you're saying it could be likely her.
Correct, and in my understanding that it's a go-between being used, the P being used as a go-between to relay information.
Correct.
And that was addressed in the judgment of force in October.
And she's not to be the go-between.
Correct.
Makes sense. Thank you. Okay, got it. So you're stating that the child is kind of the go-between here.
Yeah.
The parties are communicated by app close? And did you receive any messages regarding the dance schedule?
I did submit documentation to the court and.
No, I'm asking whether or not you received it from father regarding the dance schedule.
Oh, no, not at all.
Did not receive it. And so the essence of your motion is, hey, look, if there are dance lessons, whatever may be going on, I need to know what the schedule is.
Yeah,
And not have the child be the intermediary.
yes. And
That's your allegation.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And she,
Anything else I'm missing?
no, just that she should be sent with her gear if she has dance lessons, because she became frantic. But she
Okay,
didn't have anything,
okay, I got it.
and the dance party was more important, it appeared to me, than letting me know that she had dance lessons. So a dance party was, to me, is not more important than the lessons themselves. And I gave up 2 hours for her to go because she said she would like to go.
She wanted to go.
Right.
That makes
I
sense.
get it.
Okay. Dad, please state your response. Please.
About the dance lessons, I enrolled her back in dance in October of last year. I spoke with Anna and asked her if that would be okay because some of the classes would interact with her timing. She agreed with it. At that moment in time, I let her know her dance lessons were Tuesdays at 5:30. That was in October of last year. She agreed with this. All I did was call Paxton to let her know that she still had dance and I was going to let her mom know.
Okay, what, could it have been just simple to call mom and let her know?
I was about to let her know. I was letting them both know. I was calling Paxton to see if she had her dance.
Okay, please don't use the child's name, but. So there's a verbal discussion you claim regarding the schedule. But
It was in Appclose. We texted about it in Appclose in October.
okay, well, you said you told her.
We did at her first dance recital also.
Okay, but my question is, was it entered in app close?
In October.
You're stating it was?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Anything else?
Well, I was just making sure, and the messages she printed off, it also doesn't state that I contacted her and said if she wasn't able to go, since I paid for these classes every single month and I paid for everything, that I didn't want her to lose her spot, so she needed to let me know. So I could contact the dance place and let them know that she wasn't gonna be there for that dance thing.
Okay, but if you want to make sure, and how old is the child again?
10.
10. Why wouldn't you just contact mother?
I did.
But then why did you have to contact the child?
I was seeing if she had her gear. She had her.
But wouldn't it be your responsibility to have the gear ready for her to take to mom's house?
She had her leotard, but I noticed she didn't have all of her shoes. I told her I would meet her there to drop them up. I also let Anna know this. I let Anna know if she wasn't able to get her to the class, I would have came, picked her up, took her to class, and dropped her back off to Anna the same day. Anna doesn't like to reform all of this information. Her and I have been in contact. Her and I do talk all the time about these dance classes, about the extras that go on with it, and about the stipulations that dance classes have. She has the number for the dance classes. She's met the instructors for the dance classes. She's had plenty of opportunity if she has any questions to ask them also, and she does not take any opportunity.
Do you use the app close calendar function?
I have not used it yet.
Okay. Okay, I think I've got it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Final comment, please.
Dance resume, or
Please state.
dance, ended for the year, last year. This is the new year. It had not started yet. No lessons have been done for this year. That was last year's session.
Okay, I think I've heard enough. Appreciate it. You've heard the phrase before Houston, we have a problem. And that is being able to communicate. Sounds like the child's interested in the dance party. When it comes to dance classes, father enrolled. And it sounds like, though the parties do communicate with each other, it's not very clear as to, well, did you bring this? Did you bring that? Did you do this? Did you do that? She's a dance on Tuesday. She's a party on this day. The child should not be the go-between. Simply put, dad only needs to make sure that mom understands what the schedule is. Dad is responsible to make sure that if the child has a dance class or dance party, whatever it may be, that the gear goes with the child to mom's so that there are no issues. So I am going to order in this case that app close still continues, but regarding the dance schedule, The parties are to utilize the app closed calendar function. We put it in there. It's clear as a bell. This is what's going on. Dad, make sure she has all her shoes, all her leotards, whatever she may need regarding this. And the child need not be contacted anytime forward because you'll make sure that you get it done. So in other words, you don't have to confirm with the child, you confirm with mother. That's it. That's it. So the motion in part is granted, in part denied, because at the end of this, when we have a failure to communicate, and there's an issue, contact the other parent, not the child. You're raising your hand, sir.
Yes, sir. Regarding these dance classes, I pay $112 a month, plus I pay for all the gear and everything else, which I have no problem doing. This is something my daughter enjoys. This is something she's voiced to Anna that she enjoys. This is the second class she has missed on Anna's time due to this. And I've let Anna know, this is a year-round thing. It goes all year round.
Okay, well, that's why you put it in the calendar.
I mean,
Put it in the calendar function and it's clear. I
eventually,
don't need to.
but what happens if
Use the
she doesn't take
calendar
it, my
and
daughter
thank
gets kicked out of this class? I mean, there's,
Communicate
And I will
with
check
each
it
other
later.
regarding that.
Thank you.
Mr. Holman.
Just for clarification of the order, Your Honor, so the ruling is that essentially previous orders remain in effect because
Yes.
the original order, it specifically states app close and the calendar function.
Oh, I did order that.
Yes, as well as the child's not to be used as a go-between, no negative or grading comments, or standard communication with those two extra things
Okay,
added.
so I'm granting the motion.
So that was, again, like I said, the judgment of course ordered that already.
Already ordered it. Okay. Use the calendar function. That'll take care of all this.
yes, sir.
What's your question?
I want to know when the first class was that she was missed.
It was back in November, the first week she had her in
You can
November.
discuss that between the two of you.
Yes, sir.
And also, sir, fees insurance had been canceled by the state. I kept it on her as long as possible as part of the motion.
Oh, yes, I apologize. That's right. What is the issue with the medical?
The state had canceled it. She had, Michigan Healthy Kids.
You want a copy of the card, right?
No, as soon as I had found out the state had canceled it, I called to resolve it. They were told that she is primarily with him. They asked how many days she was with me, that he is responsible for her insurance. I've been paying medical this whole time when the state has been taking care of her medical, dental, and health, or
Who provides the health insurance for the child?
I did the state did up until January.
So what are you asking?
I'm asking why I've been paying medical this whole time and that he take care of her medical due to the fact that the state says that
What are you paying in medical?
17 a month, I think I already, 32 or 17, I can't remember. For some reason, those two numbers are in my head. And if the state's taking care of it, then I don't know why anyone would be paying that.
I need some help from front of the court.
I think it's 32.
The last support order that was effective August of 24 indicates that Ms. Mitchell had a healthcare premium adjustment of credit against the base support, and then ordinary medical was $17 per month. When a child's insured by Medicaid, that ordinary medical money is redirected back to the state of Michigan as reimbursement for that coverage because you don't have co-pays and deductibles. When a parent provides private healthcare coverage through an employer, you can have a credit in terms of the premium adjustment. It's not a dollar for dollar credit, but that's part of the child support calculation. But you always may have out-of-pocket expenses, and that is what medical support is used for if there's not Medicaid involved. And that's based on your percentages outlined in the support order. It's your monthly portion of the annual amount, which at the time your order entered was $454 per child.
So she's required to pay that.
Absolutely.
That's why.
And also, I was told that he had gotten insurance on her, and he will not provide me with her health insurance. This is all in the
With the
app
card.
close.
Yeah.
Do you have a card for her?
I haven't received them yet. I'm still waiting on them. I told her I would give her the stuff when I receive it, and I haven't received it yet.
Do you have any indication when you'll be receiving your card?
They said it was in the mail. They said it could take up to 20 days.
So,
Friends of Fred opened a copy of that as well, and we will forward it.
Yes, ma'am.
so send it to the friend.
Yes, sir.
And then you'll get a
But
copy.
Can I bring up something about the insurance?
No, we've addressed it.
But the problem is with the communication again, sir.
Right, but no, we've addressed it.
But that dropped off in January and she didn't let me know until last week.
Sir, I know, but we've addressed it. We've addressed it. I'm not faulting you. I'm not faulting anyone.
But my daughter was without insurance for almost two and a half months because she didn't communicate. All she had to do was let me know it dropped off and I would have taken care of it a lot sooner and it would have been taken care of.
And this goes back to the failure to communicate. I'm over here, sir.
I know.
Yes. What am I missing?
And as soon as I found out, I called the state.
Okay, we're not going into factual issues.
Okay. But he told me.
We're not gonna go tit for tat. We're not doing that.
In Expo.
Miss,
I
hold
can't
on.
have the card.
Time out. The court is in charge. You're not in charge.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The insurance has been applied for by father. The cards are quote unquote in the mail. Ms. Schultz will receive a card from Mr. Wallenius, which will be provided to you, and that addresses all these matters.
I do have the insurance, the number for the insurance, if the case number and everything, if she needs it.
I do not need it because we're linked into my birth.
You got it. Thank you.
You're all set. Thank you. Off the record.
Have a great weekend.
Oh, we are going to have a great weekend. Thank you so much for saying that to me, sir. You guys, I know that seems quick, but that was a whole hour. Can you believe that? I can. Thank you so much for being here. Tomorrow, no show, but back at it again. 2 shows on Sunday. So it's going to be fun. Look forward to it. I hope that you guys have a wonderful rest of your Friday night. It's only 8:15 p.m. here. That means it's 11:15 on the West Coast, or East Coast. You still got some time, baby. Have a little fun. Get a taco. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know. I'm hungry. Anyways, do me a favor. Creed's not on. He said that he learned how to allow people to come and visit him. So next time Creed's on after we're done, we're going to have to show him what a real raid is like. But in the meantime, do me a favor. Remember that I love you and I'm proud of you. And I'll see you in the next video. Okay, bye.
Ways down and ready to ride.